Hello everyone! Turns out that you can ride a motorboat just like a motorcycle, or wakesurf without a boat. Oh, and you can also score a 3-point goal with a hammer. Well, it's hard to believe all this crazy stuff without proof, so we'll just show you the videos. Let's get it on. This is what happens when a true Jedi meets those who have chosen the dark side of the Force. Apparently, this is how the military's having fun in distant countries during their free time. You fly right over the head of your friend and then check whether he stays on his feet or not. If you think your dog is too clingy, then you just haven't seen this video yet. This one loves his owner so much that he even rides the surfboard with him. Now imagine how hard it is for a surfer to keep his balance with 30 to 40 additional kilos hanging around his neck. A word of advice, putting a life jacket on the pet wouldn't hurt, though who knows, maybe he doesn't let go of the owner, even in the water. This time when your bro texts that he's in trouble and urgently needs help. You probably have questions. No, this is not a jet turbine. This is a V-shaped 6-cylinder engine that's usually installed in cars. It never occurred to anyone that such engines could be put on a regular boat, but these guys did it. One time, the DJs at an electronic music festival in Germany gave such an electrifying performance that even the tents went wild.
Alter.
But the most amazing thing about this video is how calm the guy who shot it was. Well, no big deal, just a tornado a few meters away from me. It's just nature's flex, nothing to get too excited about. A guy from TikTok once bought a special watering pot for flowers at his home, but it turned into a drinking bowl for dogs. Maybe these two just think that they're as pretty as real flowers. Well, actually, they're not wrong. Riding a boat and a motorcycle have more in common than you thought. And yes, riding like this is very dangerous, irresponsible, and so on. But if you're a fan of the sport, this trick is actually not that hard. You just need a very light boat, a really powerful motor, and excellent driving skills. Who said that there are no holidays in the army? This is how American soldiers celebrate US Independence Day. To create such an unusual firework, they had to simultaneously launch 1,000 artillery shells into the sky. Do you think that only huge dogs are good for guarding a home? Not quite. You just underestimate cats. In fact, they are very effective security guards. They can even scare a bear to death.
Scared him good.
That's how we found out that no one can resist a box of hot pizza, not even a deer. Apparently, someone just ordered the veggie one. Do you know if there are Olympic Games for dogs yet? Well, if not, then it's about time we invented them. These Belgian shepherds will definitely be the first in line for gold medals. It's not clear who was more scared here, the paraglider or the passengers of the car. But one thing is certain, paragliding near the road is not the best idea. If you're too lazy to do house chores or work in general, there is one solution. Just get yourself a raccoon. Turns out that these animals love to be helpful in all kinds of human stuff. Just to be clear, this was a joke. In an enclosed space, he will be depressed and ruin your entire household. While the expert physicists argue in the comment section to this video, we'll give you a couple of seconds to think. Can you explain how this works? Just don't think too hard over this. This dude is just going downhill. That's it. You can think whatever you want, but mini pigs are actually not dirty. They love being clean. They will gladly occupy a bath and spend the entire evening there, though actually, the sink will do too. This pig is so relaxed that anyone will feel the urge to urgently get a bath bomb and also have a spa day. One of the good things about flying a helicopter is that you can land it anywhere in an emergency. You don't even need a helipad, but this doesn't mean that all landings always go smoothly. Apparently, these two streetlights in Budapest simply couldn't withstand the force of the blades of the American Black Hawk. Well, good thing there wasn't much traffic at the time, so there were no casualties. Turns out that crabs eat their food about the same way that you eat fries at McDonald's. Though actually, these guys are quite well mannered. Just look at the refined and gentle way that this one pulls the corn from the cob. The only thing he needs is a white napkin around the neck. We wonder what kind of coffee this traffic policeman drank in the morning, since the pouring rain didn't ruin her mood at all, or maybe even made it better. We don't know, but she probably lightened the mood of at least a couple of gloomy drivers. Did you know that in December, elves make special routes for Santa? No, seriously, look at him riding across the sky of Swiss Montreux. With special effects like that, he actually looks a lot more like Ghost Rider than the kind wizard from Lapland. Seems like this guy just unwittingly invented a new extreme sport, though it's better to choose a more spacious pool for the next run. Another random fact that you might not know, when horses get bored in the stalls, they turn into dogs. No, really. In the comments below this video, one breeder said that such movements are a common reaction of an animal to boredom. Imagine if we also did this every time we got bored in class or in the middle of the working day. This guy clearly got his feed settings wrong. He just doesn't like any of the recommended posts. Hey buddy, can you just try and watch at least one video to the end? Apparently, the dog just wants to find videos with humans, not look at the other dogs. Do you think that there's nothing worse than seeing couples in love who can't stop making out on the subway? Their answer is yes. Meet slugs during the mating season. For them, keeping off each other is even harder than for annoying couples in the subway.
Frederick, what are you doing? Frederick! Give me my money back!
Seems like this guy was not sleeping when his owners watched The Wolf of Wall Street on TV. Otherwise, where did he get such hustler habits? Apparently, he just wanted to get to the nearest pet store and buy himself a cooler cage. Turns out that hamsters can use magic outside of Hogwarts. Well, an expansion charm at least. How else would you explain so many things fit into their mouths? But seriously, these animals just love to store food in there. They have special cheek pouches that can stretch and shrink. Those friends who really wanted to try extreme sports but were afraid to do it alone. Actually, in paragliding, a lot depends on the chance and weather conditions, like the direction of the airflows, so only real pros can do a trick like that. Here is how you take cosplay to the next level. Do you know what's about to happen now, right? That's right, this isn't just a model of a Transformer, but a man in the coolest Bumblebee costume ever. Well, it must be uncomfortable to sit hunched over for half a day in this tiny car. We bet that this Chinese girl has neck muscles tough as iron. Imagine how much strength it takes to carry so much hair on your head. By the way, the girl says that she's been growing them for 20 years and is not going to cut her hair. She also claims that some crazy guy has already offered 130,000 yuan for her hair. Just think of it, that's more than $20,000. Caution, these shots may suddenly make you feel like eating popcorn. Well, did it work? Actually, these are just ducklings who were going to hang out at a rock festival and decided to freshen up before the headliner performance. Few professional criminals manage to escape from prison, but this cow nailed it. It's amazing how the truck driver didn't suspect a thing. Didn't he feel that the car suddenly became 700 kilograms lighter? Do you like to watch stuff being demolished? Then get ready for the most mesmerizing destruction of your life. We thought the dude was going to drown, but in his skillful hands, even a jet ski turns into some kind of spring machine. Sometimes you only want one thing in life, to be as nonchalant as this alpaca. She doesn't seem to notice that she's become a trampoline for 2 baby goats, or maybe she thinks this is just a kind of an exotic massage. If there is no ocean with waves nearby but you really want to surf, you can go wake surfing. But what if there's no boat around to create waves? Surprisingly, there is still a way out of this situation. You tie the rope to an SUV, and here you go. Watch closely. This madman not only managed to make a powerful basketball serve with a real hammer, he also pulled off an amazing trick shot from a great distance. Wait, doing that should be illegal. Quite a cool goal for the future. Ride a Rodelbahn. This is an unusual monorail coaster in the mountains, where the passenger rides on a special sled. You don't even need to do anything. Cool, right? How do you know the devil has possessed your dog? Well, it's hard not to notice. Take a look yourself. Okay, evil spirits have nothing to do with it. It's just that the dog has a very powerful sneeze, but this happens to all of us. Maybe he's just allergic to dust, or to the owner. No kidding, this also happens sometimes. Any Avatar fans here? You'll definitely like this car. Yes, it looks like one of the characters, the flying bison Appa. Creativity unleashed. Though we don't really want to imagine how this car smells if it accidentally gets caught in the rain. Hey buddy, are you tired of watching videos about cute animals and heartwarming stories? You need something more serious in your life. Tough cars, cool robots, and the most unusual gadgets in the world. Get the high-tech adrenaline rush you need on TechZone. Subscribe now. We are waiting for you.